Hey, it's Colette Dong from the NESS, and today I'm going to take you through a short beginner trampoline cardio session or rebounder session up on your trampoline. If you are new to trampolining, this is the class for you. We are going to take it nice and slow, go through a lot of the basics, but still get our heart rates nice and high. All right, let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is step up onto the surface of your rebounder. Every rebounder is a little bit different. I have my NESS trampoline here. So I have my mat surface. There is sometimes a skirt around to keep your foot from falling through the cords. And then you have your cords or your springs. We prefer a cord here at the NESS because it provides the lowest, smoothest, quietest bounce, but perhaps you have a spring trampoline as well. You are going to notice the mat of that trampoline is unstable, yeah? As you start to shift your weight through your heels right and left, that's exactly what we want. It's gonna work your core, your balance, your coordination, and it might be a little bit scary, but it's okay. You are not super far from the ground, so if you fall, you can catch yourself, but let's not manifest for that. You're gonna have a strong core and nice balance. So I want you to start by pressing down through your heels. On your trampoline, you want to push down through your heels so that you engage your glutes and your hamstrings. If you're feeling it in your quads and in your hip flexors at any point, you're probably a little too far on your toes. So we don't want to bounce up onto our toes. I want you to sit your hips back, wrap your rib cage up and in, scoop your belly button towards your spine, check in with the backside of your neck. Make sure you have a lot of length between the shoulders and the neck. And you're just going to start to press down. You're gonna feel that reverb, that support through your trampoline. You're not gonna move your feet yet, yeah? We're starting with the very, very basics. Even these beginner moves are perfect when you're just getting started. You're gonna feel your pelvic floor start to activate. You're gonna increase your heart rate without the strain on your joints, and you're gonna activate your lymphatic system for a little bit of drainage. Okay, so you're soft bend in your knees. You're driving down through the heels. I want you to keep your eyes up, either on me or on your eyes in a mirror. If you take your head down, you're gonna go down. Now I'm gonna start to turn around, yeah? This way it's a little easier to follow along as I start to move my legs. If this feels good for you here, this pulse and press, this is all I want you to do today, yeah? I want you to get the hang of pressing down through your heels and maybe trying to drive on the beat of the music. I want you to get the hang of staying stable, wrapping your core up and in on this unstable surface. And then you're gonna start to add your arms in. If this feels good for you, you're gonna start to lift your heels off just a tiny bit and still drive down into the mat of your trampoline. This is your bounce down. This is what we call our home base here at the NESS. It is the base of everything we do. It is that press down into the trampoline instead of trying to jump as high as we can. I think that's where a lot of the fear comes from, is you see people really on those big trampolines in your backyard. They're getting hurt. They're getting double bounce. That is not what's happening here. Yeah, it's just you and your weight. You want to stay low like you're underneath the ceiling and try to lift those knees up in towards your chest. You're gonna notice, you're gonna start to build some heat. The reason why we love the trampoline is because it's low impact, but it's not lacking intensity. So while it is a very fun exercise, while it may seem silly and it may seem goofy, it is really effective. Some studies show it's almost 3 times as effective as running, which means that you burn the same amount of energy in 10 minutes on the trampoline than you would 30 minutes of running. And don't we love that stat? We like efficiency here, yeah? We don't got a lot of time, people. I want to get my sweat on, I want to have fun, and I want to move on with my day feeling empowered and feeling alive. All right, you have a couple more in your bounce down here. Give me 4. In 3, in 2, you're going to learn a new move to a scissor, right to left. Okay, so scissor is like your legs are on 2 railroad tracks. You want to keep lifting through your low abs and slice your inner thighs. Driving your elbows back, pitching that torso forward just a little bit, striking your entire foot down on that trampoline. And then, of course, if you're feeling good, you're going to lift up a little bit higher. Try to switch those legs in the air. Beautiful work. You have 8 more counts right here. Trying to marry your movement with the beat, striking down through those heels. 3. Give me a double scissor. Doubles, twos, twos. Playing with that beat, exploring a little bit more of all the moves that you can do on this trampoline. You're gonna levitate those heels in the air on that double count, just slightly. When you pull those knees up, give me a big old exhale, through the center of your core, like you're going up and over. And for a second, you are weightless through the legs. Your core is suspending you in space. Whew, beautiful work. 4 more counts. 3, back to your bounce down, back to your bounce down. Good. All right, feeling out your balance. If you find yourself catching and falling forward a little bit like this, I want you to keep pressing down through those heels, yeah? Almost think about your movement a little bit smaller. I think that helps when it's your first time. We try to be really big with the heels like we're a kid throwing a temper tantrum to get that down motion, but sometimes pull back. A little simplicity, less is more. Let this trampoline loft you back up. Let it throw you back up. Control the momentum before you hit those heels back again. Bounce with a little ease, a little lightness. You're gonna take a jumping jack, take it out and in, up. A new move, your jumping jacks, you wanna expand your heels east and west on your trampoline, taking up a lot of space up until you hit the edge of your mat. Don't be afraid to widen your stance here. That skirt, if you have one, will catch you. Again, this is the NESS trampoline, so we do have a skirt kind of around the edge. Your trampoline might not have that, pending the one you have at home. So just assessing your piece of equipment, deciding how wide you want to take those legs. Expanding across your collarbone, heavy in those heels, light in your fingertips. 4 more counts in this jack. 3, 2, give me a double, out, out, in, up. On your in, I want you to zip your inner thighs in like you're moving from one leg. Try to touch those ankles together. This is gonna help you engage your low abs as you find that bounce. Do you see how small my bounces are? They're not super big, y'all. When you get better, when you move on to that intermediate advanced level, you can start to pick those knees up, which would be a modification, yeah? If you're feeling good, you add a little tuck jump here for an advancement. If you're feeling still unstable, those bounces stay really, really small, yeah? You're still gonna get that. You can hear it in my voice, even though this is a beginner bounce, the heart rate is up. 8 more like this in 8, 7, 4 more. In 3, bounce down, back to your home base, push through those heels. We're gonna learn one more move today so that I leave you with 4 of our basic moves. And then you can come back for another video to learn how to put all the moves together. 8 more in your bounce down, 7, 4 more. Find your run, right to left. You're gonna run, 1, 2. All right. You can start this with a trot if you need to. Just keep those knees right underneath those hips and gently lift those legs. I want a really long spine here in your run. Try not to pitch your torso too far backwards. Connect the ribs all the way over to those hips. And then you drive your elbows back and in. Almost like a high knee, you're pulling those legs into your chest, using your right side and left side obliques, keeping that core nice and engaged. 8 more right here. Give me 8 in 7. Good run. Go 4, 3. Bounce down. Home base, home base. Woo! Good work. We're gonna add a little armography to our bounce down in 3. In 2, we finish with the arms above our heads. Give me 8. Reaching up and over for 7. Go 6. 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. High bounce. Take a breather. All right, you'll notice this recovery bounce, it's a little bit loftier, it's a little higher than our bounce down. Our bounce down is all about the power. It's all about pushing down through our heels, finding that push. Our high bounce is our recovery. Our high bounce is our chance to breathe. Our high bounce is our chance to just feel a little bit alive. Yeah? A high bounce in the morning for 3 minutes is an amazing thing to do to wake you up, to warm you up. You can use this class as a warm-up to a longer trampoline class. You can use it as a warm-up to your strength workout. You can use it for a 15-minute, quick cardio push. Wherever it fits into your routine, it is such an amazing tool for getting that heart rate up nice and high without sacrificing any of the energy that we love to give in our cardio sessions. Gently steady your bounce. Gently step off. Yeah? Give yourself a little lap. Careful when you're coming up and off that trampoline. It might feel a little like sea legs, especially if it's your first time. Hopefully buzzing with a little bit of energy. Stagger behind your trampoline. Take a nice big inhale. Take an exhale. Thank you so much for joining me again. My name is Colette Dong from the NESS. That was your beginner session on your trampoline or rebounder. I want you to really focus on striking through those heels and working on your endurance, your cardio stamina. If you love that video and you want more, we have over 700 classes on our digital platform. You can use the link below for a 1-week free trial.